In this video, our topic of discussion is going to be the derivation of centripetal acceleration for a particle which is in uniform circular motion. So here we have considered a particle which is revolving in anti-clockwise direction, let's say with an angular velocity omega. Okay, so it is revolving in a circular track. So let us assume that initially the particle was here, right? So the angle made by the radial vector in this case is going to be 0. So when the particle is revolving, let's say at some instant t, the particle has stopped here, means it is making an angle theta in the anti-clockwise direction, right? Now in the first step, what we will do is we will try to establish a relation between theta and omega using the equations of rotational motion. So according to the equations of rotational motion, we know that theta is equal to omega naught into t plus half into alpha t square. So in the scenario, as the particle is having a uniform circular motion, the angular acceleration of the particle is going to be 0. If that is the case, this parameter can be eliminated, right? So theta will be equal to omega naught into t, and omega naught is nothing but the angular velocity that the particle has. It has a constant angular velocity omega. So omega into t. So theta is equal to omega into t is the first expression that we are going to have. Now the second part is, if we take the radius of the circular track to be r, we are going to find the coordinates of the point P in terms of r and theta. So if we need to find such thing, what we need to do is drop a perpendicular from point P onto the x-axis, similarly onto the y-axis, so that the point P has the coordinates x comma y. So remember, wherever angles and distances are involved, the best method to solve it is using trigonometry. So when you need trigonometry, you need to look for a right angle triangle. When you look for it, one right angle triangle that I am able to observe is OA and P, where OP is r and this angle is theta and OA is x. Similarly, if you observe, AP is y. Then what is x divided by r? X divided by r is equal to cos theta. Similarly, y divided by r is going to be equal to sin theta according to trigonometry. So x is equal to r cos of omega t, because we know that theta is equal to omega t. Similarly, y is equal to r sin of omega t. So the coordinates of the point P are r cos omega t and r sin omega t. So if we consider OP as a vector, then OP vector is given by the expression r cos omega t in the direction of I cap plus r sin omega t in the direction of j cap, right? So let us call this as the r vector. Let this be equation number 2. So we have got the position vector of the particle P at time t with respect to the origin. Obviously position vector means with respect to origin. Now what will happen if we differentiate the displacement with respect to time? So if I differentiate displacement with respect to time, dr vector by dt is going to give us r into derivative of cos omega t is minus sin omega t into derivative of omega t, because we are applying chain rule here. I cap plus derivative of sin omega t is going to be cos omega t into the derivative of omega t times j cap. So this derivative of r with respect to t is going to give us the velocity vector of the particle at that point, which is given by the expression minus r, or I will take r, into minus sin omega t into derivative of omega t is going to be omega I cap plus cos omega t into derivative of omega t is going to be omega, and you have a j cap. Okay, so this is going to be r omega into minus sin omega t I cap plus cos omega t j cap. This is going to give us the velocity vector of the particle at any instant. And remember, whenever a particle is revolving in a circular motion, the velocity of the particle is always tangential to it. So this gives us the tangential velocity that is present for the particle at time t. The next is, if we differentiate the velocity with respect to time, then we will get the instantaneous acceleration of the particle, right? So how is it given? R omega into derivative of sine omega t is cos omega t into d by dt of omega t when I apply chain rule. And remember, there is a minus sign outside, so I am putting a minus sign here. You have an I cap plus derivative of cos omega t is going to be minus sine omega t into d by dt of omega t, and you have a j cap outside. So when you solve this further, you get r omega into minus cos omega t into derivative of omega t with respect to t will give you omega I cap minus sine omega t into derivative of omega t with respect to t will give you omega, and you have a j cap outside. So if you take this minus omega outside, you will get minus r omega square into cos omega t I cap plus sine omega t j cap. So this is going to be the acceleration of the particle. Let this be equation number 4. Now if you observe equation number 2 and equation number 4, we can understand that the acceleration of the particle is minus r, we can write it as minus omega square into r cos omega t I cap plus r sine omega t j cap, right? So when this is the case, we can observe that r cos omega t I cap plus r sine omega t j cap is nothing but r vector. So this will be minus omega square into r vector. So from this we can conclude that the acceleration of the particle p at time t is given by the expression a vector is equal to minus omega square into r vector. From this it is clear that a vector and r vector are in opposite directions. So what is the meaning of this? If the radial vector is in this direction, acceleration is always towards the center, and this acceleration which is always towards the center is what is called as the centripetal acceleration. So this is going to be the expression for centripetal acceleration. Now, if we need to find the magnitude of it, the magnitude of a vector is going to be omega square into r, or we know that omega is equal to v by r. When you substitute it here, you get a is equal to v square divided by r square into r. This and this will get cancelled. So you will get v square divided by r. So these are the two expressions for centripetal acceleration which we have derived using the help of vectors and calculus, especially differentiation.